Vaya, Vaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we're going to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Radha Shyam Sundar Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Bonita Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled Vaishnavas. So we've been talking about Vrindavan. Vrindavan is in Brajamandal. Brajamandal is much bigger area. This is an idea of the lotus flower, the spiritual world, both Golok and also Vaikuntha are based on this lotus. And the role of the lotus in the middle is either Radha Krishna and his intimate devotees, or Lakshmi Narayan and their intimate devotees. So Brajamandal, which is roughly a 64 either mile or kilometer area, is south of Delhi, around about 100 kilometers. And it is also situated on a lotus, just like the spiritual world, because it is a replica of the spiritual world. It is non-different from the spiritual world. So in this lotus, Vrindavan is here. And this is where we've been focusing all of our attention at the moment. There are other wonderful places like Govardhan is here, Radha Kund is here, Raval is here, Madhuvan, Mathura, there will be Varsana, Gokul is here, Mahavan is here, there's so Varsana is here, Nandgaon looks like it's here. So these are all amazing. Yavat is there. So it's all within the Brajabhumi area. But our focus so far has been on this area here, Vrindavan. So looking at it a little bit more closely, this is, hang on a sec, sorry. This is Vrindavan. This is the Parikaram of Vrindavan. There's a Parikaram mark of about 8 kilometers, which you can walk around Vrindavan and all the holy temples and holy places around Vrindavan. And there is at least 75, which have been listed out. There's a lot more, of course, which are not, and some of them are unlisted. So we've talked about many of the holy places within Vrindavan. And this is the Yamuna. So today we wanted to look at, what is this? So this is again a little bit more closer look at Vrindavan. Today we wanted to look at Imlital. Now, what is Imlital? Is one of the most famous temples of Vrindavan, situated on the banks of the pious river Yamuna. Though there are many stories associated with Imlitala temple, the one most famous story is about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is said that he used to sit under this tamarind tree and chanted Lord Krishna's name. So Imli is also another name for tamarind. According to legends, it is also said that once when Radha Rani disappeared in the midst of the Ras Leela dance, Lord Krishna sat under this sacred tamarind tree and completely absorbed himself in the sad feeling of separation. Now, Krishna is, of course, ever happy. He's self-satisfied. He's known as Atmarama. He's self-satisfied. He needs no one. And he's the most renounced personality at the same time. Yet, Radharani's love is so deep, so intense, so overwhelming that even Krishna gets bewildered by her love, by her bhakti. Hence why he comes as Chaitanya, to taste the nectar that Radharani feels for him, because he cannot necessarily taste it or even understand it. Anyway, in the rage of separation, while chanting Sri Radha's pious name, Sri Krishna's body camouflaged into Sri Radharani's divine color. So when he came as Chaitanya, Krishna didn't come in his shyam color. He came in the color of Radharani. A golden hue is what he took up, because Radharani is so overwhelming. This divinity of Imlitala Mandir in Vrindavan makes it one of the most visited temples in Vrindavan. It is also believed that Radha Gopinath and Nitai Gaura, along with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, till date reside in the Imlitala temple, Mandir. The environment of the Imlitala Mandir is so sacred that one can feel the peace of being in the Braj region. Imlitala temple is popular for its tamarind tree, which is still preserved by the Gaudiya Math, as it is believed to represent the pious love of Radharani and Krishna. According to his word, Lord Krishna appeared in the age of Kali as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just 500 years ago, just over 500 years, with the complexion and the mood of ecstatic love of Srimati Radharani. When Lord Chaitanya visited Vrindavan, he would come to Imlitala every day, and for hours and hours, with his japa mala, he would deeply absorb himself in the chanting of the holy names, sitting under this Imli tree. In the mood of Srimati Radharani, he would become so deeply immersed in the ocean of separation from Shyam Sundar, the Lord Chaitanya's golden form would be transformed into the complexion of a dark, newly formed monsoon rain cloud. That's Krishna's color. Venam kunantam arvindam dalaya taksham barhavatam samasitam buddha sundarangam Randapakoti kamaniya vishesha shobha Govindamadi purushantam hamajami. He has the color of a dark, newly formed monsoon rain cloud. This is Imlitala. One should pray at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya and Shri Radha Gopinath to be able to become sincerely attached to the chanting their holy names in pure love. This is the most potent place where Krishna himself chanted Srimati Radharani's holy names, and Mahaprabhu chanted Krishna's holy names in the mood of intense longing and separation. And many of our previous acharyas have performed their bhajan here. So here we should pray for taste in chanting and pure devotional service unto Krishna. So that's Imlitala. Now we want to look at outside of Vrindavan. This is Gokul. So we're shifting outside now of Vrindavan. Gokul, also known as Mahavan. This is a few places in Gokul. One is where Trinivarta was. Trinivarta was the cyclone who came, lifted Krishna and took him into the sky. But of course, Krishna he was only a child, maybe a few days old, but he's heavier than the heaviest. So Trinivarta felt the heat, the heaviness of Krishna. And eventually Krishna just gave him a blow. He was a little child, but he gave him a little blow and he was finished. Also Putana, he was only 6 days old when Putana came and kidnapped him and tried to poison him with her breast milk. So this is where she's located, her death was located. There's also the palace of Nanda Maharaj, Chorasi Khamba, 84 pillars. That's still there. You can see it. You can have darshan of this temple. It's the main temple. And then there's the Bhajan Kutir of Sanatana Goswami and Patala Devi's temple. Then there's the temple, Yogamaya and Balaram's birthplace. And there's Jagannath's temple. Nanda Maharaj's well is based here. Utkal is where the Damodar Leela took place of Mother Yashoda. So this is the Chaurasi Khamba Mahavan temple. These 84 pillars are still there, preserved. So that's Gokul. Gokul, when we go to the temple, the priests there are very keen to give you a good explanation of the deities, what's there in the temple, because they want to extract a lot of donations from us. So there, it's always a bit of a challenge, because we're never quite sure the bona fideness of giving the Lakshmi to them, because they're so aggressive in wanting money. It just feels a little odd. So Yogamaya temple, that's Yogamaya temple is, where is that? 1 second. There you go. Yogamaya temple is there. So this is an idea of Yogamaya temple. Brahman Ghat, one can bathe there. That's the Yamuna. Lord Krishna was born in a prison of Mathura and was taken to Gokul by his father Vasudeva. At this place, Lord Krishna spent his childhood and killed many demons sent by his maternal uncle Kams. This is the reason the place has great association with Lord Krishna. Sri Vallabhacharya Mahaprabhu was the one who rediscovered Gokul. And the story goes that Vasudeva, the father of Krishna, secretly exchanged Krishna with the infant daughter of Nanda and Yashoda in order to save him from almost imminent death from the hands of Kans. Of course, nobody could kill Krishna. But Kams, his maternal uncle, had that desire. Lord Krishna spent his childhood and adolescence in Gokul. And during his stay at Gokul, Krishna spent his time in fun and frolic. Though he had his life, he did come under threat a few times. So we discussed it, Putana, Trinivarta, a few others as well. Gokul is famous for various acts of Krishna, such as slaying Putana, a demon who came to kill him, and subdued Kaliya, the serpent, by dancing on his hood. Few of the amorous acts of Krishna was also performed in Gokul. In fact, it was at Gokul that Krishna met Radha, his lifelong love, whom he never married. Now, of course, this is a little controversial, but we should understand that Radha and Krishna are the eternal divine consorts, couple. The question of marriage is besides the point. They are eternally together. And sometimes the divine couple enjoy in different ways. It's up to them how they interact with each other in order to gain, in order to increase their loving relationship. So, the most important temple is Gokulnath Ji. Gokul is particularly famous for the distinct style of celebrations of festivals like Janamastami, Ankut, Trinvat Mela. There is a place in Gokul called Raman Reti. So this Raman Reti is there as well, this beautiful sand, where people roll over the sand to ask the blessings of Lord Krishna. Gokul was also popularized as a seat of Ballavacharya, Vallabhacharya is part of the Pusti Marg, Nimbakacharya's Sampradaya, a scion of 16th century Bhakti movement, where Purushottam Shri Krishna did his Leela. This is many places now. Brahmand Ghat is a spot where infant Krishna, after swallowing a few mud particles while playing with his friends, had particularly revealed the entire cosmic universe in his mouth, much to the bewilderment of his foster mother, Yashoda. Hence the name of the site is Brahmand Ghat, literally meaning the universe. It is believed that the main murti in the temple was that of Yogamaya, daughter of Yashoda. And that's also Durga Mai, an incarnation of Durga, born as a sister of Krishna, Kans, cousin of Devaki, mother of Krishna, and uncle of Yogamaya. And he attempted to kill Yogamaya on Krishna Janmashtami Day, when Krishna was born. But she just flew up in the sky and told him that the one who's going to defeat you has already arrived. This is Raman Reti. In Raman Reti, it's really a phenomenal place. They have these huts, little huts, and there are hundreds of them. In each one, there's one or two sadhus living. And you can visit them. You can go inside and sit with them, if they allow you to go in, of course. And they're very friendly. They're very renounced. They get 1 or 2 meals a day. And they're mainly engaged in study of scriptures. They're quite elderly, some of them. And they've been there for decades, long time. Very interesting place, very sattvic. When you go there, the atmosphere is tremendous, beautiful. So situated in Gokul, a few kilometers away from Mathura, is this incredible place called Raman or Raman Reti, whose sacred sands, Reti, are redolent with the stories of a bygone era when Krishna frequented to engage in divine plays with his brother, Balaram, and the cowherd boys. This is also the place he chose to meet his love, Radha, before embarking on his journey to Vrindavan together. Raman Reti today is a sandy locality sprawled in a spacious compound, complete with deer sanctuary. Oh yeah, there's a deer sanctuary there as well, just outside of that area where the sages live. A couple of beautiful temples and a relaxing area for ascetics, saints, pilgrims alike. Besides paying reverence and spending some time simply ambling around in the complex, try to bask in the pastimes of Lord Krishna treasured in the sands of Raman Reti. Adjacent to Raman Reti is Karshni Ashram, a famous ashram housing the ancient Raman Bihari temple, dedicated to the 18th century saint Gyandasji. The temple houses the deity of Lord Krishna in the exact form as was revealed to the saint as a blessing for his strong austerities to please the Lord. A visit to this famed temple must be on our itinerary if we're stepping into this mystical region. So that's the end of this particular series on Vrindavan. So, Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Any questions, any comments? Yes, Mama.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yes. Before you start, actually, this is here from Surinder. Surinder, anything you'd like to share?
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Prabhu, and Dandavat to all the Vaishnavas, Nitai Gaur Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, very nice. It's like we had already this Parikrama of Vrindavan, Gokula. Yes, very nice explanation from you, Prabhu, Dandavat. Thank you very much. And yes, interesting, Imlitala. So in Prem Dham Deva Stotram, the 72 verses composed by our Param Gurudev Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, condensing the whole 17 volumes of Chaitanya Charitamrita into 72 prayers. So there, Imlitala is included in these 70 among the 72 prayers. So the verse goes as follows. Tintidi talasthaya normi bhavana plutam nirjanaika radhikatma bhava vaibhavavritam shama radhikapta gora tadva bhitika karam prema dham devam evanomi gaura sundaram prema dham devam evanomi gaura sundaram. So Imlitala, yes. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu, the Gaura Tattva, Imlitala is the origin of Gaura Tattva. This is the place where it is explained that this is the origin of Gaura Tattva, where Gauranga Mahaprabhu is present eternally. Yes. And as you just explained, like, Gauranga Mahaprabhu would sit under this tamarind tree and chant Hare Krishna and gaze towards the Yamuna river from there. Yeah, I visited that place with the devotees. Very interesting, very transcendental indeed, yes. And the remains of the tamarind tree is still preserved over there. Yeah, we bow down and offer prayers over there by grace of Guru and Gauranga and Vaishnavas, yes.
Right.
Interesting.
Very
also,
good.
Yes, also you mentioned about Vallabha Bhat. So this is also included in Prem Dham Deva Stotram. So the verse goes as follows. Shri Prayaga Bhata Vallabhaika Nishtha Sevanam Nila Saila Bhata Data Raga Marga Radhanam Shri Gadadharar Pitadhikara Mantra Madhuram Prema Dhama Devam Evanomi Gaura Sundaram Prema Dhama Devam Evanomi Gaura Sundaram. So Vallabha Bhat, he met Gauranga Mahaprabhu in Prayag, and he served Gauranga Mahaprabhu with Nishtha. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu was very pleased with the service rendered by Vallabha Bhat, and to him with like Nishtha. It is described with steadiness and great determination. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu was very pleased with Vallabha Bhat's service. And Vallabha Bhattacharya wanted to learn the mantras to worship a baby Krishna, a Pushti Marg. So then Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he instructed Gadadhar Pandit. One of the associates of Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Gadadhar Pandit. He instructed Gadadhar Pandit to initiate Vallabha Bhat with the mantras to worship a baby Krishna in the Raga Marga. So then that line comes, Sri Gadadhar Pitadhikara Mantra Madhuram. So Gadadhar Pandit gave him the mantras to worship a baby Krishna, like that. Yes, so we need the mercy of Vallabha Bhattacharya to practice, and Gadadhar Pandit, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, to practice Krishna consciousness in the mood of Nishtha, steadiness and determination, like that. Yes, and also describing Gokula. So it reminded me of this one line from the bhajan of Vrindavan, glorification of Vrindavan by Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj. And the line goes as like, Jaya Jaya Dvija Patni Jaya Naga Kanyaga Bhakti Tejanhara Pailo Govinda Chara. Yes, so we follow and beg the mercy of the Dvijapatnis and Naga Kanyan, the wives of Kalyanag. And by the process of bhakti, they attain Govinda Charan, the shelter of Lord Govinda. Hare Krishna, Nitai Gaur Haribol Prabhu, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was fantastic. Good share. Thank you. Yes, Raven?
It was very nice to hear about from Prabhuji, Surandas Prabhuji. Very nice. They said about a lot of things, but I think he must have been there.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's been there. He's been there.
That's why. Mine is only a couple of questions. When you said about the map you showed, all the small like Raval and pit, are they villages or they cities?
Yes. Small villages mainly. Vrindavan is huge. Mathura is even bigger.
But then you can go around
Yeah.
nearer
Yeah.
by rickshaw.
By rickshaw or taxi. Yeah, taxi is more because
From-
distances are quite a lot of distance.
From one place to another.
That's right. That's right.
That's very nice. Someday I think the dream will come true. And
Yes.
another question was, you said about this saints living in the 100 huts.
Oh, yes. Amazing. So good.
And you can go and visit them and you can talk to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, you can talk to them. They're happy to talk to you. Yeah. They're very good.
And you did mention that they are living there for long, long time.
Some of them really for decades. Simple living.
They are off from their son.
Yeah.
All right.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna, Prabhu.
No
Hare
family.
Krishna.
No family.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
And
Krishna.
very nice place. The picture was very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
I had been
Yes.
there.
Yes.
I had
Okay.
been there twice, Prabhu, and did
Yes.
parikrama of
Yes.
Vrindavan.
And it's
So
nice. Huh?
we woke up very, very early, I think
Mhm.
2 a.m.
Mhm,
and
mhm.
did the parikrama. Vrindavan, it's quite a big place, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, Haribol, Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And have you been in that Raman Reti?
Yeah, he said.
Yes, Mataji. I have been
Oh,
there.
thank you. Very nice.
Mhm.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Gokul Dham ki jai, Imli Thala ki jai, Dai Gaurav Premanande.